Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. Today is Thursday, August 22nd, and we are still working in our August journal of things happen in threes. And we are working on August 22nd, week 3 of our journal. And today I just want to spend a little bit of time talking about the 3 attributes of God. Now, there are 3 definite things that make God unique. He is omniscience, he is omnipresent, and he is omnipotent. And let's talk a little bit. The teacher in me has to define these 3 things, right? So the first attribute of God that we recognize is that he's omniscience. And that basically means that he knows everything. And we rely on the fact that our God knows everything. He's omnipresent. And that basically means that he's everywhere, that he is all places at the same time. And we recognize that as a human, we can't be everywhere, but our God surely can be. And the third attribute of our God is that he's omnipotent, which basically means that he has the quality of having unlimited or very great power. And we rely on our God having unlimited power, especially in our lives, through our lives, and through the world. And so we are grateful about those 3 attributes of God. So as we are continuing on with our daily part of doing things in threes for God, the first thing that we want to continue doing is focusing on 3 people that are in our lives. And they can be 3 people that are in our family, 3 people that we know just generally, or 3 people have asked us to pray about. But, we know that if we are focused on other people instead of our lives, our burdens don't seem so heavy. So let's focus on 3 people. Let's take the burden off ourselves and let's share the burdens of others. And we can do that simply by letting them know we're thinking of them, praying about them, share their burdens with them, listen to them, either through phone calls or texting or, just an email, just letting them know that we're thinking about them. Sometimes it's as simple of making a little bit of extra and sharing your meal or bringing a meal to them that night, because you never know what kind of day they're having too. All right, guys? So write their names down here and what's going on in their life that you can pray about, think about, help unburden their lives with today. And then, of course, the second thing that we want to do to build a closer bond with God is we want to get to know his word better. So I've included a verse, as I do every day, and with that verse we want to say it, we want to read it, we want to write it. And so the verse for the day today is Ephesians 2:8. For it is by grace you have been saved, through faith, and it is not for yourselves, it is the gift of God. So now that we have read it, we want to write it over here. Now you can either write it word for word or you can paraphrase it to how you're receiving it. And then down here you want to write how this is applying to you. Now sometimes a verse is just going to be words on a page. It doesn't have specific meaning to you today. Sometimes that verse is going to trigger something. Something about that verse is going to highlight something to you. It's going to trigger something for you that has a whole new meaning for you today. What is that? Write it down while it's fresh in your memory today. And then, of course, for August in our notes section, what we're choosing to do, or what I'm choosing to do for the month of August, is simply ask God a question. Not necessarily asking him to answer it. I'm not taking a general length of time to write a whole lot of journal notes in it this month. I just want to ask God a question. Now, I don't want to be silly about it and say, God, why is the sky blue? I want to kind of be a little more specific about different things going on in my life, my children's life, my family's life, people around me's life. I want to ask God something specific going on in the world around me or my circle of people around me, and ask him that. and just start asking God specific questions. Now, he might choose to answer it for you today, and go ahead and share that thought with yourself or write it down while you feel like you're hearing from the Lord. You may not have any type of reply from God yet. Don't worry about it. Right now, we just want to write our questions down, write our thoughts down of things we want to talk to the Lord about. Go ahead and do that in the notes section today. And that's just what we're doing through the month of August. All right, guys, thank you so much for coming today. Don't forget, if you're watching in YouTube, on our YouTube channel in Pat's War Room, you want to make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit notifications so you know when these are posting and you get notification about it. If you're watching on Facebook in Pat's War Room, don't forget, share, share, share. We want to pass the word along. If you're watching on Instagram, same thing, share, share, share. Make sure you're liking everything along the way. All right, guys, you have a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.